Hey everybody, just a very quick video here. The team is still alive and well. I know I haven't played too much lately. My art has started to sell, and I'm very excited about that. I have some that I'm going to get up before Halloween, and that is my Nightmares in Meat collection, and that's on DeviantArt. So just going to show you guys a quick overview of my Pariah team right now. They're actually at the point where I can run them with an evoker specialization and survive pretty well. So this is what I got for all my creatures here. I'll just provide a real quick breakdown as best as I can. Regalis has gotten a lot of boosts recently, so what happened was I decided to swap out the Sapphire Drake that I had. It did have the same class as Regalis, which allowed negative noise to go onto it, but I have a different Sapphire Drake now, and this one does not pick up negative noise off Thana due to Regalis and the brothel trait, which allows other creatures of the same class as Regalis to share their traits. So I can't share healing breath this way with Thana, and I can't have Thana give negative noise to the Drake, so it has been getting crushed a bit more. But the important thing is that I've changed up the anointments here, so I've got only 2 clerics anointments. So I have Luminous, and that gives a barrier for any overhealing, which does happen due to healing breath a good bit, and then Revelation, that's resurrection as needed as we take the occasional hit. However, I do have Shadowbringer very aggressive again, and this is allowing even parts of False Gods to get wiped out on the first turn or shortly after, which makes the need for insane amounts of defense a little bit less relevant and less necessary. So that's a big help. What I've got is shadow mending here, so that creatures on my side always have leeching and mending, but also I have shadow sickness. Again, that was there to just add some automated damage while we essentially try to survive. But the big difference here is Worldbreaker, which causes more damage from Blighted. And the thing is, with healing breath, dealing half of that amount as Blighted damage, that's 75% of an enemy's health. So that made... Jeez. I'm sorry. My jacket fell and scared the crap out of me. Anyway, I'll leave that in. But, yeah, so the thing is that with Shadow Sickness, Blighted here will only deal half of that damage from healing. So again, that's a 75% base. But the thing is, with Worldbreaker, you're taking that 75% of an enemy's health, and then you're tacking on another 37.5%. So that's over 100% of max health being done thanks to Worldbreaker, as well, of course, as Shadow Sickness and Improbable Catapult, and Healing Breath with the Sapphire Drake. So that makes Blighted a lot more persistent, and again, the amount of holes that get knocked in an enemy team right off the bat, that becomes very important. And because Sapphire Drake here, this version, does have Suprise, it always starts at the top of the timeline, and it just starts eliminating enemy boss parts or just plain old enemies very quickly. I wish I did have the Ascended Shadowbringer perk, which does make any deaths from Shadowbringer permanent, or from Blighted rather. So, anywho, that's where the team is at right now. A little bit more aggressive, and again, you guys have seen how the Improbable Catapult launches Healing Breath to the enemy, so they're each dealing really, really ridiculous damage, over 100% of their max health each time their turn begins. So a lot of times they're not even around to do anything. You can cast a wormhole on them to bring them back to their turn, and again take nasty amounts of damage very easily. So wormhole is probably I would say the deadliest spell that I've got on this team. Honorable mention though is Tsunami, and that is where enemy speed just gets slowed way down, and you can pretty much use Wormhole to pick stuff back off and get rid of the toughest enemies first. And I also have some support here for buffs. Archangel's Blessing, Chaos Rift, so that kind of breaks any ties. And then Life Orb, that's generous, and that's your chance to resurrect your creatures as you need. So, moving on, I've got Thana, very defensive, has negative noise, gives that to Regalis, thanks to Brothel, as you saw. And then Wasted Age causes immunity to spell damage at 90% or higher. So the last trait here is Secret Recipe. So when Thana gets resurrected, the other creatures get resurrected as well. Relic is Arbiter. Let me just mention over here. I just got 5740 NG up to rank 80. Sacrificing some more nether stones, it winds up paying for itself very quickly. As long as you got reasonable nether stones going in, you should be fine. Whatever you power up permanently for a relic is good in the short run. So relic we got here is Arbiter, so that does not cause max health gains and cause the difference between max health and current health to cause a gap and disallow negative noise to be effective. So I've got Shelled here for Thana to start with. Just a quick freebie, though 100% more healing is going to make Shadow Mending and Healing Breath just incredibly effective. Throws in a random attack, and then any damage from an attack or spell casts healing on it, and then casts healing on Thana rather. There's an additional 10% chance to prevent damage, and the bearer winds up giving more healing with Healing Breath possibly. I'm sorry, in the case of a nature healing Sapphire Drake, which isn't the case for the moment. Again, trying to have it be more aggressive. And then after Thana deals damage with an attack or spell, gains a barrier for 5% of the damage dealt. So it means not having to tempt fate with negative noise. You've just got a barrier that just wards off a good bit before you even have to get into that. So spells are 5, thanks to Pump Drill, Arbitration, Steal Enemy Buffs, Wormhole, Kill an enemy creature fast with Blighted, Affliction, just to slow enemies down, Warp Reality, and Holy Blast. Cast a spell, cast a barrier well over 100% of the enemy's max health, and then just take that off and cause double that damage to the enemy with Warp Reality. So just a beautiful selected, targeted type of kill combo here. And then we have Regalis, who I've gotten powered up a good bit right at Gate of the Gods. Just keep on collecting as many emblems as you can as soon as you get an avatar on your side, and you'll start to get some real decent sneaky bonuses. You'll be able to get additional spell gems. You can get a 50% dodge chance, start taking less damage from different classes and dealing more to it. So yeah, just get training right at Gate of the Gods. If you see that your avatar just kind of sucks but does have a relatively good ultimate spell, just keep training, keep on grabbing those emblems right at Gate of the Gods. Fight, level 8, level 7 gods if you have to, and just get your avatar leveled up ASAP. At least get 10 to 20 boosts anyway, as soon as you can. Just settle for 5 if you have to. But as you can see, I also have some scrolls here for everybody. I got more intelligence here for the Sapphire Drake. I would have it be speed if I could, but this was way back, so I will be adding more defense, because right now it's pretty much on its own. I don't get Thana's boost anymore because of the class difference from Regalis. So anyway, additional traits here, Wasted Age, so that's a lot more defense regarding spell damage. And then Pandemonium Rebirth. Once Regalis dies, other creatures get resurrected with full health, and then that will cause Regalis to get resurrected from Secret Recipe on Thana. So this is awesome because it does give 50% health, especially to Thana, if they're still alive. Unfortunately, again, this aggressive build with a Chaos Sapphire Drake does not really make the 50% that much worth it. Sapphire Drake is pretty much a throwaway, just existing to resurrect the other creatures, defend, and that is really it. Just use some defensive spells to slow things down, like Tsunami. So that is it really. I've got Temptation here, a little bit of Disruption. So every time an enemy casts a healing spell, it gets cast on Regalis. I thought that was going to be Healing Breath for a moment, but that is just a creature creature trait firing off. And then the other cool thing is that there is rank 60, 30% more damage with attacks. So it really is more whip-like as opposed to whip-like. So that's what I got before I start talking any farther into how my team is built. I'm going to save right now, spare you guys from just getting super philosophical about this. So that's where my build is right now. I've been actually able to put this 3 creature build into Evoker just for yucks. And with the actual extra perks from Evoker plus 5 more anointments, I mean, this team has been super defensive to start with. And with Sapphire Drake, it is now more offensive. The spells that it's got just get brutal going through with Evoker. So anyway, that is it. Thank you very much for stepping in and checking out my strategy guide here for my current Pariah team, which just got another kill at Gate of the Gods at rank 10 chalked up. I got rid of Genaros pretty quickly, so I'm just dealing with some really trashy, nasty garbage gods at the end that will maybe make me have to change my team makeup beyond spell gems and actually use different creatures to foil some of these really ganchy, nasty final avatars to fight again at Gate of the Gods to help me ascend Pariah, and I was so excited to see what it does. So anyway, catch up soon. Much love to everybody, except people who don't want it. Take care.